Lads, welcome to another Sheffield United preview. It is Sheffield United versus Chelsea tomorrow night, Sunday night, at 7:15. What a weird day and what a weird time. Hal, what are you thinking about tomorrow?
I'm thinking I don't think we've ever played at 7:15 on a Sunday in the Premier League. The game on Sky Sports Premier League from 7 p.m. with that 7:15 kickoff. But the real story, of course, is follow us for the watch along. We will be doing the pre-match build-up at 6:15 right here on this channel.
We will be, and I really enjoyed yours, Hal. I'm sure everybody else did that was watching it live. I'm going to be there as well this time, so it's going to be both of the Sheffield United way boys bringing home another win, this time against Chelsea, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
So let's go on to the West Brom game. So we won a game. It was very nice. We've won a few recently, which is enjoyable. And seeing Hal's face after West Brom scored that goal was absolutely devastating. We were all feeling what Hal was feeling at the time. But we managed to pull it round. It's the first comeback for a very, very long time. Last season against Norwich, we said it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but at home, the first one since Charlton in the Premier League when Keith Gillespie, of course, scored that rocket.
Yeah. Wow, that's a long time ago. And it's always more sweeter when it's a comeback because you think, oh, we've stuffed it. We've ruined it. We've ruined our Premier League status, and we managed to bring it back and get those 2 goals. So I thought it was one of them that we were just glad to get the win. I don't particularly think we played out of our skins. We've played a lot better this season, put it that way. But we managed to get 2 goals. It was a big confidence boost, and we go into this game. So last time out, Hal, what happened?
Oh, it was brilliant last time out. If only we could have had more days like this, we wouldn't be in the perilous position we currently find ourselves in. And we haven't had some good results from teams around us either. Need Newcastle to start doing us more favours. But Sheffield United 3, Chelsea 0, the 11th of July, 2020, when we last played them at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. David McGoldrick's first Premier League goal. Imagine that. The man can't stop scoring this season. But of course, last season it was a very different story. He opened the scoring, pouncing after Kepa had saved brilliantly. It was a deflected Ollie McBurney shot. That was on 18. Chelsea were punished just 15 minutes later when Ender Stevens crossed and McBurney was left completely unmarked in the 6-yard box to power home a simple header. And the damage was completed on 77 when McGoldrick capitalised on a dreadful defensive mix-up to plunder his second late in the second half. And 10 players from that match, Nick, could be involved again for the Blades after, of course, we went 6th on that date. We had 54 points. Imagine that.
Can we take some points from last season and carry them over to this one? Do you think that would be possible?
A bit like, with people not being able to go on holiday and their leave has kind of been carried over. We could have, we could ask for the Premier League to do something similar, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sure they'll be fine with that because we did finish 9th last season. So it was a really good season. I apologise for what I was just doing a second ago because...
Yeah, that was really off-putting, mate. Thanks.
Sorry, mate. My microphone was on the floor, so I hope that everybody could hear me okay. Could you hear me okay?
Who said that?
Yeah. Well, it's here now, so I know you can hear me, so none of that. So let's move on to team news. So I say it every week, Sander Berge, Jack O'Connell, still unfit, but Jack O'Connell and Simon Moore have been added to the 25. Yes. So that gives you, so I don't know, Sander Berge must be in there, is he?
Must be. He'll be registered, I'm sure. And you also might have noticed that Zach Brunt had his squad number changed. So from when he was on the bench in Burnley in the League Cup, he was like number 41. And what is he now? Something else. It's not on the back of the programme. It's like 35, I think he is now. So his squad number's actually changed midway through the season, which is bizarre.
Right, okay. Fair enough. So, short term, Ben Osborne. It looks like he's back. He's training on the grass. Chris Wilder said he's going to be involved. Ender Stevens also might be involved. I think he's just slightly behind Ben Osborne. But Ender Stevens could be involved in this game also. Jack Robinson, still injured, not an outcast. I said that last time as well. I think that's it. Chris Wilder said there are bits and bobs. They've got a few problems. George Baldock obviously came off injured in the last game, but George might also feature in this game, Wilder said. But I wouldn't have thought he would do, to be honest. So we go into this game. What is the team lineup going to be? Hal, I've already seen yours on the Sheffield United Way Twitter account. So if you want to see Hal's, go over there. He'll probably say it in a second anyway. But this is mine. Ramsdale in the net. It's going to be Jayden Bogle at right wing back. I'm sure of it. Left wing back. I'll tell you what I've wrote down. Stevens, Osborne, not Lowe. That's what I've written. So hopefully it's going to be either Osborne or Stevens, and Max Lowe doesn't play, because Max Lowe was terrible the last time we played Chelsea. So bad. He wasn't too bad against West Brom, but we weren't getting kind of wave after wave of attack against West Brom. That was difficult to say. But we will be against Chelsea.
I would have sounded better if you didn't have your microphone, I think.
Yeah, probably. So obviously Egan's going to be central centre-back. Basham's going to be right centre-back. Hopefully we don't see him brought off like he always keeps being brought off by Chris Wilder. Left centre-back, it's got to be... Go on, Hal.
I think it's going to be Keane Bryan.
That's what I was expecting. It's obviously not going to be Ampadu, because Ampadu can't play in this game. I probably should have mentioned that in the team news. Ampadu can't play. He's on loan from Chelsea. We move on. I hope you was thinking at the same time, I hope Nick mentions this.
Yeah. We don't want to ever make any errors. Before. No, don't highlight it. Don't highlight it. What I will highlight instead is we now know Zach Brunt's new squad number. Thank you very much, Adam Blade, you absolute legend.
Of course, Adam knows that. Adam knows what he's talking about, doesn't he?
He knows.
And finally, we're going to go Ollie Norwood, defensive midfield. Somebody put on our Instagram post earlier on, don't play Norwood, and they wanted to see Lundstram, Fleck, and then McGoldrick in the attacking midfield role. I feel like we didn't even play that against West Brom. So I can't see us playing two strikers and an attacking midfielder against Chelsea. So I can see it being Ollie Norwood, defensive midfield, Fleck, Lunne, and the two strikers, McGoldrick and a other. I reckon it's probably... Yeah, you're saying Billy Sharp, aren't you, Hal? And I'm thinking it's going to be our big mate Berkey.
Billy, build a statue.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, he could retire now, and we'd be building that statue. Can we quickly just talk about John Lundstram? John Lundstram has recently been interviewed, and he was very coy about whether he's going to sign a new contract. Do we feel that there's any sort of truth in the fact that he might sign another contract?
It's a chin stroker, so that's what I'm doing. And I put it out on Twitter. Would you like John Lundstram to stay, go, or don't care? I'm always amazed at the people who vote for don't care. But 73%, something like that, want him to sign on and be with us next season and beyond. And I personally think John Lundstram is a good professional footballer. I want more of them rather than less. So I would like to see him sign on long term and reinvigorate the way he's thinking about the game. Refocus was the word I was looking for, and actually commit to Sheffield United and stop getting his head turned by potential other teams and more money.
More money, exactly. So, opposition news, Hal. Go for it.
Chelsea are likely to be without Thiago Silva. The Brazilian defender came off after making a good interception on Thursday in their 1-0 win over Tottenham. Possibly Kai Havertz back. Now, I've just been on a Chelsea fan channel, and they were adamant that Kai Havertz is not going to play. They were also adamant that Kurt Zouma was not going to play. A lot of the articles I've read have said both could be back. So we'll assume that they're not going to play. Just for the predicted lineup, Chelsea could play a 3-2-4-1. Hey, kids, it used to just be so much easier formations. But Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, Jorginho, Kante, Reece James. Then you've got the likes of Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Alonso, and probably Werner as the lone striker.
Right, okay. Another one of those where it's like, oh, that's a horrible lineup to look at and think about. Chelsea a bit up and down recently, aren't they?
Yeah, Tammy Abraham I didn't mention there, of course, as well, and he is on fire when he actually gets a chance to start, unlike Werner.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not talk too much about Chelsea because I know you've spoken a lot about Chelsea tonight. Let's move on to score prediction, and I'll let you go first, mate.
The Blades have won 3 of our 4 home Premier League matches against Chelsea, and none of the last 15 league meetings between the Blades and Chelsea at Bramall Lane have ended as a draw. So I'll say draw, 0-0.
Okay, mate. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be that positive influence from the channel, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Blades win.
You're a madman. You're a lunatic.
We said that last time we played Chelsea at home, and look what happened. We annihilated them. Chelsea in the dirt. It happened.
Yeah, we were pushing again for Europe then. Very, very different circumstances, but I really hope you're right.
But we need to win. We need to win as many games as possible, and we've just gone on a pretty good run. We all thought we were going to go and get something from Spurs because everyone before the Spurs game was saying, we've got no chance. Sorry, before the Spurs game was saying that we're going to get out of it, and then as soon as we got lost against Spurs, we were like, we're not going to get out of it now. So I think we can do this.
Well, I think we're going to look back possibly, Nick, on that Spurs game because Spurs have been an awful run, and their only kind of shining light in this awful month for Spurs has been beating us. And I think we're going to look back on that and say that was a game where we gave them too much respect.
Yeah, absolutely. They weren't particularly good, were they? The first goal was definitely avoidable. But we know that about Jayden Bogle. He's definitely a better attacker than he is a defender. But we'll move on to memorable matches. So go on, Hal. What was it?
Memorable match taking us back to my wife's birthday, 27th of November, 1993. Your mate and mine, Kevin Gage, brilliant run down the right, crossing in at the Kop end and setting up Willie Faulkner, who bundled a header home on 32 minutes for the only goal in a 1-0 home win. Faulkner, the Scottish striker, who only scored 3 goals for us in 23 appearances. I mean, I can think of another Scottish striker who's not bad in the air that would love 3 goals. But our team that day contained Alan Kelly, Roger Nielsen, Bradders, Mitch Ward, my favourite ever player, Dane Whitehouse, who forced a wonder save from Dimitri Karin late in the game. Glyn Hodges was also part of that team. Chelsea had the likes of Steve Clark, Frank Sinclair, David Hopkin, Dennis Wise, I know, and Mark Steen, amongst others. Kelly actually making a great save to deny Mark Steen in the second half. So that's my memorable match.
Wait, so Mark Steen played for him. David Hopkin. Did Buddy all the Wolves team from 2003 play as well?
All of them were involved at some stage.
Yeah, I'm
Mark
sure
Kennedy came on. Why must we do this to ourselves? Also, by the way, you mentioned Bogle is probably better going forward. I'd just like to add to that Max Lowe, it looks like we've signed 2 players from Derby who are actually wingers, masquerading as defenders. And I can genuinely see a time where we reintroduce the Bogle-Baldock dynamic, but not with them on opposite wings. I think a lot of Blades would like to see Baldock at right wing back and Bogle in that right central midfield position. And then, long term, if Lundstram is going to go, Sanderberger, Fleck.
Yes, the only problem that I see with that is that next season, if we are in the Championship, I can't see Sanderberger sticking around. But I don't know. We'll have to see, mate. Let's not talk about next season. We'll talk about the now. And what we'll talk about is players that have played for both teams. Do you want to? Yeah, you start because you've probably got more than I have. So you start.
Blades legend, Chelsea legend, centre back, David Lee.
Oh yeah, David Lee, that really well known player that I remembered from last time. Yeah, David Lee. I've got no anecdotes about David Lee, so I'm going to move on and I'm going to talk about Gary Cahill. We had him before Chelsea had him. We had him on loan from Aston Villa. He was very, very good for us in the Championship. I think he was a bit of an unknown when he went to Chelsea. I don't think anybody not an unknown, but I don't think anyone expected him to kind of make the step up to Chelsea. And he was very good, played for England, did well.
Yep, scored a great goal for Aston Villa, I think, against Birmingham City, an overhead kick. I might have got the team he scored against wrong, but it was an amazing goal. That kind of launched him into the national. conscious. We've got to go with my best mate, Vinnie Jones.
Yep, your best mate. You had an interview with him not too long ago, didn't you, mate?
Yeah. He talked about his fastest booking when he left us and was then playing for Chelsea. And I think it was after 5 seconds, he said he just went straight in on Dane Whitehouse.
Why did he do that? Did he tell you?
It had nothing to do with Dane. He liked Dane. He just felt he had a point to prove against the Blades. And, I didn't particularly get a lot of juice out of that lemon. I wanted more, but that's what he said.
I think I remember it being a pretty ferocious tackle. Is it one of them that could have been a red card these days?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think every tackle that he did in them days could have been a red card.
Spot on.
Next up, someone that we had not too long ago. And he's Jamal. I'm going to say his first name escapes me. Jamal Blackman, goalkeeper, was okay. Wasn't a bad goalkeeper, but he was never going to play for Chelsea, was he? Let's be honest. But it was okay. Him and Simon Moore were battling for the shirt. Both kept getting injured. And then, I think he had a steady season for us in the Championship.
I am Hal Stewart. People spell my surname Stuart all the time. As you know, Nick, that is the wrong spelling of Stewart. The correct spelling is Stewart. But Graham Stewart was a player that played for us and had already represented Chelsea. We got him from Everton. He left us to go and play for Charlton. He was part of that swap deal with Mitch Ward, who went to Everton on my birthday back in '97.
You've not mentioned that before, have you, on the show?
Yeah, it still hurts.
The last one I've got is Terry. Oh, no, I've got two more, sorry. I've got Terry Phelan, who was a very good pro.
Why did we never, we've still not come up with a song for Bogle. And at no point did we come up with a Terry Phelan song like I Got a Feeling.
No, not really.
No, okay, bad idea.
I don't really remember him playing much for Sheffield United, so I don't think he'd get many songs written about him. Go on, mate.
Yeah. I'll give you Ethan Ampadu, of course, who we've currently got with us. And by the way, you can have a look at our ringer that's going to play in this game that I've put a picture of on Twitter, Ethan Ampadu. And while you already know him, I'll throw in Nigel Spackman.
Very good, very good. I don't know if Nigel Spackman coached Chelsea. That could be a coaching connection. Double C.
I don't think he did.
No, it's a stretch, isn't it?
It's a stretch.
Finally, I'm going to go for John Ollie. Love John Ollie. He was when he came on loan, he was excellent, and then when we got him back, he was okay. He was an okay Championship player.
I'll give you one more then. HMS Shipperley, Neil Shipperley.
Yeah, excellent. One of my favourite strikers of all time when he played for us, not after he's retired.
Yeah, let's leave that.
I'm sure we said this last time.
We did.
We're just regurgitating content. Yeah.
If you missed the preview of the away game, just watch that.
Go on. I've done.
I'm done. I'm out.
Oh, you're out. Fair play, mate. So how are we going to win this game then?
It's going to be really tough, isn't it? Looking at the team that Chelsea could potentially put out, even the players that are out could be coming back. It's only really likely that Thiago Silva's definitely going to miss out. They've got such strength and depth. It depends. If they score first, I think they go on and win this game. I don't think too many Blades are going to think we can come back twice. But if we score first, we've always got that chance this season. You kind of just feel it. I've predicted a 0-0. I'm sticking with that. I think it's going to be quite an ugly game. I think they're going to have most of the ball, and it's just going to be about us defending for probably the majority of the game. And maybe we get lucky with a set piece because they're not great at defending set pieces, and we've looked stronger recently from set pieces.
We have. I think I've come into this with the wrong mindset because I'm feeling really positive, and from your negativity, it's making me doubt my positivity. I think that I keep thinking that we've got a chance. I think I'm still riding high from all the wins that we've had recently. We've only lost to Man City and Spurs. We've beaten Man United. We've beaten West Brom. We've beaten Newcastle. We've beaten two teams in the cup. Confidence is high. We need to go out there. We need wins. We don't need draws. So, fair enough. If we got a draw, that'd be great. But nah, we need wins. We need to go for it. Like, yeah, fair enough. We need to sit back, defend, try and see it out. But also, if that chance is there, we need to bloody take it.
Yeah. Thanks as well to Lewis. That's a good shout for the memorable match. 1915 FA Cup final, 3-0 Blades, the Khaki Cup. It wasn't that memorable, of course, for me because I wasn't born. But yeah,
you don't remember the Khaki Cup?
Or was it Khaki? Yes, Khaki. Yes, I pronounced it correctly. And yeah, we just need to rattle them. Do you know what? Portland, Oregon Blades, spot on. Maybe get the first few challenges in, do a bit of a Vinnie Jones on them.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just seeing someone absolutely smash a Chelsea player. Because do you know what really annoys me about these top 6 teams? Like whenever you touch any of them, it's like, oh, they're a horrible side. That's how all football fans want to watch. You want to see someone smash through someone, don't you?
Mm.
Why would you not want to? Why would you not want to watch that sort of football? That's what we've been brought up as.
Absolutely. Sunday, it's the same day as the Super Bowl where we're going to watch plenty of people smash into each other. Let's set the precedent. And also, Carl says if Alonso plays, which I've predicted he will, I think Bogle can exploit the space behind. That is a great point.
I agree, but at the same time, I feel like we're going to be quite deep. Our 5 are going to be quite deep, aren't they? And I'm a little bit worried that we might get exposed down that side with Bogle maybe not being the best defender that we've got.
Yeah, thanks very much as well. Lush, Mind Reader, Ahmed Fati smashing a 90th minute winner from the stand. There's a lot of reasons why I think that won't happen, but thank you very much for getting involved. And Ruben, I made a Bogle song when he signed. Never thought he'd do so well, but I'm singing it all the time now. Well, you know what you need to do, Ruben?
Tell us what it is.
You need to share what the song is, buddy. And if there's any 2 people that can get a Blades song going or a nickname or some kind of weird chant, just ask Keen Brian. We are your 2.
Yeah, definitely. What I was going to say was I put a tweet out there the other day. Remember when we couldn't get a point, couldn't score goals, and Jayden Bogle was sat home? Like, what? Why? He wasn't even on the bench for most of the time. I don't get it. I do not get it.
Bizarre.
Go on. So I'm going 1-0 Blades. Burke to get in behind and score. Love Burke getting in behind.
I like that, Simon. That makes a lot of sense. Well, thanks to all of you that have contributed. What we'll do is we'll carry on this conversation tomorrow from 6:15. Join us right here on this channel for the pre-match build-up, and then myself, and I'm very pleased to say the very handsome Ingood Nick will be joining me for the entirety of the match.
Oh, I didn't tell you, did I? I'm not doing it anymore. Let you
Yeah,
know.
well, that's what happened to me last time when I had to do the first half on my own. But not because you let me down, but someone else.
Don't worry. Your man's here for you.
Top man.
Excellent. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here and watching us yet again. It's great to see everybody at these live videos. Obviously, most of the people watch it later on. But yeah, I really, really appreciate everybody in the comments. Adam.
We're not going to top that.
So again, thanks everybody. Thank you, Hal, for being here as always.
Brilliant. And Ruben has just confirmed he's going to send us a rendition of his song on Twitter. Look forward to it. We will share that with you very, very soon.
But let's hope he sings it rather than just post it.
Film yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or he sends in the lyrics and Hal sings it.
No one wants that. Ruben, do your worst.
Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. See you tomorrow night for the watch along. And Hal, what do?
We stay in good nick.
Oh, I meant waving.
Oh, yeah, that as well. We got a lot of outs.
We have got a lot of outs.
You put your phone on mute. What an amateur.
Oh, I've got 2 of them. I'm sorry.